Hi, Gemini. Welcome to your tarot card reading for June 2020 and happy birthday. This is a general reading for Gemini sun, moon, and rising. And the way this works is I have offered a little bit of insights into, I feel, how Geminis are sort of dealing with their thinking through the month of June. And then we get into the tarot card reading. And then at the end, I have a few questions for you to consider and a little healing process that you can go through that will help you in the month of June. You guys have a lot of really deep work going on for this month, and you're kind of you've been doing this work and you're kind of getting onto the other side, and there are a lot of beautiful gifts waiting for you. So it is a great honor for me to read for you. And I appreciate you taking the time to watch this. I hope that it serves your healing journey, your life journey in some small way. And if this video resonates with you, the best way that you can support it is by sharing it with your friends and network, subscribing to the channel, leaving me comments, liking the video. However you decide to engage with this video is most welcome. So thank you so much, Gemini, and enjoy your reading.
Hello, Gemini. This is a general tarot card reading for the month of June 2020. This could be for Gemini sun, moon, rising. And to all of you Geminis out there, I'd like to wish you a very happy birthday. As we are in the midst of a very powerful Gemini season. We just came off of having, I think, 4 planets in Gemini, including a new moon. The North Node, which has to do with our purpose, our destiny, dream fulfillment, is also in Gemini right now. And it will stay there for the next, I think, 18 months. So Gemini, all this time is really bringing you to a deeper sense of authenticity and also a place of being much more grounded. So as Geminis, we know that so many thoughts come flying at us sometimes from all different directions so quickly that we can't even really get the words out sometimes. But throughout the next 18 months, your gift of articulation, the way that you communicate, how you communicate, what you're communicating about, and your skill, the level of communication that you are offering is going to be leveling up in a very big way. And part of that comes from being willing to be grounded as you are speaking. Now, these are some intuitive messages that have just sort of been coming to me. I do have Gemini rising in my sign, and it's just something that I've been noticing for myself as well. And I'm just offering this out as a gift for you over the next 18 months. If you have been struggling to get your message out, a message that, quite frankly, has really been trying to be released into the world for quite some time, that over the next 18 months, you are going to see a dramatic increase in your ability to do that and in the opportunities that you have to do that. So I do invite you to just, if you haven't already, become very present as you're speaking and try not to be overtaken by all of the thoughts that are coming in all of the time. Before we get to the spread, I just want to say that this is a brand new YouTube channel, and it is a great honor for me to read for you. And if this message resonates for you, please do subscribe to my channel. Click the bell to get notifications, and share this work with your friends in your network. Those are some of the best ways that you can support this channel. And I thank you in advance for doing so. And if you are returning to my channel, welcome. And thank you so much. And I hope that you will leave me some comments so that we can connect. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know. So Gemini, there's so many good things going on for you right now. And there's a theme that I'm seeing sort of emerging in these cards. So the Gypsy Oracles here, you probably can't see it in the camera, but it says malady, which there's a guy in the card who is just sort of in bed sick. And then underneath that is soldier. And then underneath that is wedding, which I'm currently going to move over to this side, because on this side of the cards, we have the Two of Cups, soulmate, wedding, true love, and attraction. So Gemini, right off the bat, we've got the going against the grain, Pandora's gift, and defending to the end, the worthwhile. So what so many Geminis have been going through is moving into a different way of being, a different way of tackling some of the habitual patterns that are existing. And so for some Geminis, that looks like something that has been sort of keeping you in a victim mentality, whether you realized it or not. There have been some unconscious thought patterns that have been identified by Geminis very recently. And you have spent quite a bit of time trying to understand what is keeping you from moving forward in your life, what is giving you your wish fulfillment, why you haven't been manifesting the love that you want to manifest in your life. The soulmate kind of love. There have been a lot of relationships that have not worked out. And you've been trying very hard to understand why that is the case. And I want to commend you for this work, because as we're sitting there on the shore trying to understand what's keeping us from our dreams, we have to unearth a lot of things that are less than desirable about ourselves. We have to be willing to do the shadow work. We have to be able to leave behind the things that are not serving us so that we can make space for this soulmate love, and that doesn't have to be necessarily even with a partner. That means fully loving yourself, fully understanding your own worth. This is a theme that seems to be coming up quite a bit lately, but it's coming up for a reason. We are being asked to drop the things that are holding us back, because now is the time for everyone to be 100% fully in their power. And for Gemini, that is getting control of the thoughts that you are believing. It's the million thoughts that come into your head every single day that make you feel as if you are not good enough, that make you feel as if you are not worthy to have what you want, and that make you feel as if you don't have the power to create the kind of life that you want, that you are somehow a victim of the circumstances of your life. And so that is a sickness that sometimes is so intense for you, Gemini, that it makes you not even want to be able to get out of bed in the morning. It's like the weight of the thoughts are so heavy that you have felt powerless, but you're moving away from that. You have connected with the sacred warrior within you, and you have committed to dropping that way of being, that way of thinking, that way of moving through life in order to get what your heart desires. Now, this card, Defend to the End, the Worthwhile, this card is really about activating the sacred warrior within you to really defend love, to drop fear and to embrace love, to drop all of the things, to walk away from all of the things that are holding you back from receiving love. That is love that you have for yourself, and love that sometimes comes from a partner as well, because as we all know, soulmate work is very deep, intense work. And that will just level you up just one more time, but we're not really going to go there right now. We might get there in a little bit. So I see here with the Page of Cups reversed and the Five of Swords reversed that you haven't been, or in the past, this is sort of like present moment, recent past energy right here, that you weren't really allowing yourself to believe that you were worthy of true love, of this soulmate love, this true deep connection. On the surface, you were like, yeah, I'm totally worthy. I'm great. But underneath, there were some patterns, some unconscious beliefs that were instilled on you from a very early age that have been holding you back. And, you know, even though you didn't realize it, this has been keeping you from getting the life that you want. But this warrior within you is activated. You are now willing to embrace the things that are unique about you that may go against what society thinks is normal or acceptable, in the way that you work, in the way that you present yourself, in the way that you communicate, and what you communicate, in what you're doing for work. And there is a move for you this month, and you're taking this on with a great sense of confidence, and action. So there's this balance between putting in the effort and then letting the universe meet that effort. Okay. And so that's a really beautiful, space of giving and receiving on that spiral of manifesting. And because you've been able to walk away from these beliefs that what make you unique and original aren't good and exciting and wonderful and perfect, that make you absolutely perfect and unique, the amazing human being that you are, because you're walking away from that belief system and, taking action to become very present with your thoughts and see the spiral that those lies take you on, that you're coming to a place of confidence where you can look over all of this and see the perfection in it, and see how you have been able to drop those negative patterns and nurture the growth and the unique beauty that lives within you. And this has been a bit like a Pandora's box that you've opened, because once you were brave enough, once you got that fighting spirit to look into the unconscious, the habitual patterns, once you were at one point afraid to look at that because you felt as if the work would just be absolutely too much for you to take. And because you've been brave and willing to open that box, the gifts that you will get from this work that you're doing, this shadow work that you've been doing, are starting to manifest in the month of June for you. And for many of you, that looks like a soulmate union. That looks like true love. That looks like the kind of relationship that has the potential to blossom into a wedding. There is a great amount of attraction, sexual energy, recognition. And the reason that you are able to attract this into your life now is because you see your own beauty. You honor and recognize the uniqueness in you where you used to see these things as weaknesses. And whatever that happens to look like for you, Gemini, whatever that weakness happens to look like for you, you are dropping it in the month of June. And it's so beautiful. It's so exciting. It's so wonderful. And I'm so excited for you. This is karmic. This is ancestral. This is things that you've come into this world with from your family lineage. And because you're breaking this cycle for yourself, you're breaking it for your lineage going forward. And you're starting to create from a place of love that is in alignment with your soul. So really good work for Gemini this year, or this June, and on into the rest of the year. Actually, it's like June is the shift of going from the sort of despair into a space of love. And I want to give you a little bit of work to do going forward as you take on June, as you do this really deep personal work. I'm going to pull a couple of questions for you to consider, and then I'm going to guide you through a healing process from the Sacred Rebel Oracle deck. Because who doesn't need more tools in order to deal with this kind of really heavy emotional stuff? I feel like there is going to be there are going to be some ups and downs in this process for you. So don't think it's going to be like all coming up roses all the time. But, this new direction that you're headed in, it's going to impact not only your personal life, your career as well. A lot of you will be changing jobs to something that is more in alignment with your unique interests and your unique gifts. And then also attracting a partner that is in alignment with those things as well. Very exciting. So, okay, let's see what we have here for you. Gemini, as you do this work, one of the things that you want to ask yourself are, what kind of situations do I avoid? And what does this say about my previous experiences and beliefs? Okay, so if you find that you are staying away from particular situations, or if you have found patterns existing in your life, just to give an example. So if, for example, you're an introvert and you've been letting that introversion keep you from connecting with people, even if it's in a smaller gathering, what is that resistance telling you about your situation? Where does that resistance come from? And then how can you redirect your thoughts so that you can move forward and move into those spaces that can bring you even deeper connection? Try to identify those patterns in yourself this month. And then what does being mean to me? And this is really a perfect question for Geminis this season, as we, mutable air, we're always changing and shifting and very flexible based on what's going on in our lives. But I invite you to sit with being this month. And as I said when we got started, allowing yourself to drop into a really grounded space before you communicate. To notice what it means to just be in this moment instead of just like rattling off one thing after another, okay? So Gemini, I'm gonna guide you through a healing process that you can use now or later, anytime throughout the month of June. If you find yourself needing a little bit of inspiration and you're not quite sure where to turn. So Gemini, I invite you to place your hand on your heart and say these words. I call upon the sacred warriors of unconditional love. I ask for your support, protection, assistance, and intervention on my behalf through unconditional love. That what is truly worthwhile for the light and life of the heart be protected and preserved within me and in the world for the greater good. Through my own free will, so be it. And you can repeat this or your own version of this up to 3 times. You can say it once or twice daily during times when you feel that you're fighting to be heard, fighting to salvage your creative ideas from the critical voices of others or from your own critical inner voice. You can use it for any other purpose that feels worthy to your heart, and understand that these declarations have great power. Use this power to connect with love freely and with great joy and gratitude in your heart. So I hope this is helpful to you, Gemini. Good work getting to where you currently are. It's exciting to see where you're going to be headed through the month of June, and look forward to the beautiful unraveling of your precious life and your precious gifts. Thank you so much, Gemini, and I will see you soon.